Hi, my name is Nick Kennedy, and this is my Google reflection. After doing Unit 3 and Unit 4, I found it to be pretty easy units and pretty easy tests, quizzes, and stuff like that. At the end, one thing that did make it confusing, I guess, was some of the questions was like mark all that apply questions, and maybe some of the answers weren't worded as easy as I remember reading it in the material that it had. But other than that, it was really easy, and it gave you an opportunity to go back and correct your mistakes. And especially at the end, for the unit test at the end of each unit, it made it really easy to continue on because you were just able to go back and correct your mistakes. So I like that. But my favorite part about Unit 3 was I really did not know that you could create tests and quizzes with things like the Google Classroom it showed, and it really showed ways that you could actually have a totally paperless classroom. And at first I really didn't believe it by the heading. I thought there was no way. I mean, just basically just because of those tests and quizzes, I thought, obviously that had to be on paper, but it showed ways that all you have to do is create your own test and quiz, and it actually even give you how the students did on a spreadsheet. So I thought that was absolutely really cool, and I think that is definitely the future of classrooms. For Unit 4, I learned about awesome new ways to communicate with each other, especially quickly. I've heard about Google Hangouts, but I've never seen it in action. And this unit helped me with Google Hangouts, so I was messing with that a little bit, and I thought it was pretty cool. You could video chat, and you could type chat, and you could really get together with a bunch of people and across the world and talk to them and discuss things that you need to discuss. And I thought that's very handy. I thought it was really cool. And obviously Gmail, which is something that I already worked with, is very handy too. Another thing with Google, I think it was Unit 3, was the Google Drive. I think that's something that I need to start going into and start saving some of my files on Google Drive, just so you have that little extra backup. And I actually found that Google Drive seems to be a lot more organized than what your normal save file drive is on your computer. So I think that's something that I need to start working towards and moving towards, is starting saving my stuff on the cloud. For question 2, I worked with Google Slides, and actually I worked with all of them before, but for my sake of this reflection, I worked with Google Slides. It was for a classroom project. We're actually having a presentation on Monday, and one thing that's absolutely handy about Google Slides is that you can all collaborate on one slideshow. I don't think I've ever had a PowerPoint project where I did not work together with someone. Most projects I work together with someone. So the fact that you can have multiple people on the Google slide or spreadsheet or the presentation document is absolutely handy, because you can work in a whole group and talk about what you need to do, and everybody can really put in their own work. And it's just very useful for group projects and stuff like that. So that's just a major benefit that is way over Microsoft Office. My opinion, I do like using Google Slides more than Microsoft Office. One thing is because it's free. So I think to me, it does everything I need it to do, and it does everything and more that Microsoft Office does. So that is all for my Google reflection. Thank you for watching.